Welcome back to the Plays with Cars YouTube channel and yet another episode of Miniatures Mondays. And this one is super embarrassing because I totally missed doing a Miniatures Mondays video last week at all. And the reason why that's super embarrassing is we totally had something to talk about. It was the Grassroots Motorsports Forum Model Car Challenge that I was hosting for the second time, and I biffed it and didn't do the recap of the finish. So here it is, a week late. Sorry about that. But anyways, this one was the Model Car of Doom challenge. So either a post-apocalyptic Mad Max style Fury Road build or an old kit that had been on your shelf forever, maybe a build that had been started and you just couldn't finish. It was just a zombie kit of doom. So Claff took that to heart, had this half-done Impala he's been sitting on for a while and tried to get to work on it again. He managed to take it apart, and that was about it. But that's okay. You know, even entering counts as participating for us. And hopefully Claff sticks on that one because that's a really cool kit with the opening doors and all that stuff. And I'm pretty partial to 58 Impalas being the first year, and I'd like to see that one all done up. Ben B did a Triumph TR7, which turned out really nice. Love the yellow color there with the white wheels. Ben B has done a number of small two-seat sports cars now. He's got a first-gen Mazda RX-7 and an NB Miata that he did, that blue one, along with this. And then I think he's got an NA Miata as well. So he's got 4 different little sports cars now. There's a lineup of them. I'll try to find that picture at the end of this. Ben Swin started this really awesome Toyota Starlet, which has, or it's not Starlet, Soarer. Never mind. Toyota Soarer, which has this really awesome clear hood here over the inline-6 engine, which is really awesome, and these 4-spoke wheels and stuff, was coming along nicely before he got sidelined. And is that an Akira bike in the background there? Tell us more about that, Ben Swin. We want to hear about that. That looks cool. I, of course, did the Challenger that I featured now 3 weeks ago when I was doing my airbrush work on it. So it's a new body Challenger, old school blower through the hood, machine guns through the headlights, bull bar, roof scoop and spoiler and zoomies and stuff like that. Turner X19 did probably what is my personal favorite of the build. He took the zombie build of Doom totally seriously. He's had this kit along with one that his dad had purchased at the same time, if I remember the story right, for at least 20 years. They'd been sitting on the shelf. Him and his dad had gone to a hobby shop, bought the kits together, started them, never finished them. So there's a Mclaren that he finished last week, and then this Brabham that he finished for this build. And I know it's a super old kit, but I think it looks fantastic. And just the idea of getting a build like that done after so long, really in the spirit of what this build was about. So really, really cool seeing that one. Loved watching Turner fix that one up and get it and the Mclaren going. I'll have to go back and try to find pictures of the Mclaren too. Wally did a Stingray in Dazzle paint scheme, so he again did the Mad Max style route, added a roll bar to it there in the back and a bull bar in the front, put it on some 4-wheel drive stuff, and then painted it in the World War I Dazzle scheme, like the Mustang drift car I had done. In fact, I've got that up here. There's my Mustang drift car, and next to the Challenger from this event. But Wally did the same kind of paint scheme. He did dark blue and white with his. Turned out really awesome. Again, I really like this one as well. Slowbird also did a really cool one. So this is a Ford F-150 model that he did as a realistic post-apocalyptic vehicle. So, I mean, let's face it, no one's going to have blowers and zoomies and all that stuff. If it's the end of the world, they're going to have an old truck that they're trying to keep running full of spare parts and extra seating in the back. You can see his got extra bench seats back there and a couch or something like that. He had cut out the back of the cab for access back and forth and added a bunch of spare parts. The thing turned out really cool. Like, that is realistic. It was a really neat build watching him do that. Saron81 did this Yenko Stinger. So it's a Chevy Corvair that Yenko, Don Yenko, yes, of the Camaros and all that stuff. He started off with Corvairs and road racing. This D production race car turned out really, really nice. VW Corvette also started a Apocalypse build with this Pinto Ridge Runner. So it's like an IMSA style supermod car. So it's got like the back half of a body and then just an open front nose and stuff like that. And he combined it with a like a Jeep Rubicon model. So you can see it's got the wheels and tires and some of the bumpers and bars and stuff like that, but on the super modified chassis. It's not done yet, and I'm really hoping he finishes it because that thing is looking super, super awesome. And that was it. We didn't have a whole lot of entries this time, but that was the giveaways, and Cerrone81 won Wally and Ben Swin, and Wally said no thanks, still waiting to hear from Ben Swin, but Cerrone's models are on the way. And yeah, that's what happened here. So yeah, here's some more of the Pinto Ridge Runner build. I mean, check that thing out. That looks awesome. Even without the body, and it looks like one of those Icelandic racers that go up the vertical sides of the cliffs and then roll back down. That's what it looks like. It looks super cool. See if I could find pics of that McLaren. So there's the build of that truck going on. Yeah, there's some more of the Brabham, which again turned out just amazing, especially knowing what that kit is. That it turned out that nicely, especially after all those years. More shots of Wally's Corvette. I like the radiused wheel wells in the back. That's nice. Oh, in the front too. Just noticed those. Really well done dazzle scheme. There's the truck all finished. Again, it's just super accurate, right? Like random bench seat and couches and dirty and spare tires and a hole cut in the back so you can walk back and forth while you're out running around. Yeah, looks cool. Anyways, yeah, didn't really see the rest of that stuff I was looking for. Oh, there's some more of Cerrone's Corvair. So anyways, we are not doing a build right now, and there with the lack of insurance, we're thinking that like maybe 2 weeks was a little bit too short of a thing, and we need to up it to like a month or so. So if there's something you would like to enter, if you've got any ideas for us, let us know in the comments below. Happy to host a month-long one or take a break from them or whatever, but this is what we still have going on at the Grassroots Motorsports Forum, doing the unofficial model car builds. And so that's been this week's Miniatures Monday to make up for the lack of last week's. So until next time, that's been the Plays with Cars YouTube channel.